Hello everybody, welcome back to my channel. My name's Marina and today I wanted to tell you guys a story of my journey so far in trying to create my little online community of knitters. It happened a couple of weekends ago where I was knitting at home as one does and I felt extremely frustrated. Frustrated because at that point, everything that I was knitting just wasn't working. I didn't have anyone that I could really talk to. I mean, I've got a few knitting friends, but I don't really have like a community of people that I can speak to if just something is going wrong, or just someone that I can just, help build my confidence in. I even asked ChatGPT. I asked ChatGPT for a list of knitting communities of where I am based in Paris. And everything that it was bringing up, I just either couldn't get to because of where I'm located in Paris, like it was just too inconvenient for me, or the community just felt like it was just the wrong sort of type of sort of set of people that were there, and I just felt like I'm struggling to find this like an online community. So I decided, you know what, if I can't find it, let me try and create one myself. So that's what I did. And when you're angry and frustrated, you just do things in the moment. So I went up onto Meet Online, Meetup, I think it's called, Meetup, sorry. And I just basically put a post up to say, anyone who just wants to talk about knitting for an hour, here I am. It could be someone who maybe can't get to central places, maybe because they are living in remote locations, or maybe they've got responsibilities like children, so getting to a central location sort of on a regular basis is just a little bit inconvenient. Or you could be introverted like me, so going into large groups of like environments like that just may not be something that you're after. So I literally put a post up on Meetup, and within the day I started to get interest. So I thought, okay, it's not just me, I'm not alone in this. Let's see where we go. So I designed it for 2 weeks in advance. I thought, let me try to give people as much notice as possible without it being too far. So I set a time for 2 weeks on Saturday, which was yesterday, just to put things into perspective. And I said, just join up, it's free, here's the link, please feel free to come. So within 2 weeks, I found myself where I had 20 people that had signed up for the online event, and just over 30 people that had signed up to my online group. And I felt quite anxious at first. I thought, oh my gosh, I hope this goes well. Even though I've been training and coaching like groups of people for most of my working life, I always still get quite nervous when I don't know who's coming to one of my groups. When I don't know somebody, it tends to be very nerve-wracking for me. So to have 20 people, I was like, okay, let's see where this is going to go. So this online event was supposed to be yesterday. So I signed into my computer about an hour in advance just to test, make sure that everything was working, to make sure that I knew how to manage it, etc. And I tested it for a few minutes. Everything was absolutely fine. It was supposed to be on Zoom. So I logged into the Zoom link. Everything was fine. I was like, okay, I'm ready to go. And generally, all I really wanted to do was to talk about people, with people that have the same sort of interests as me, to generally talk about knitting for an hour. I thought there's nothing more fascinating than doing something like that, maybe not every week, but on a sort of regular, consistent basis. So I was very nervous, but quite excited also at the same time, just to see what other, who was going to turn up and what they were going to say. So I turned up, and I had 6 people. Out of the 20 people that said they were going to come, I had 6 people that showed up. And let's just say, I think one person dropped out. I'm not sure quite what happened there. So I ended up with 5. And let's just say at least half of that group were nuisance people. And in hindsight, I should have expected it. I'm promoting an online Zoom event for free where people can easily get hold of the link because it was via Meetup. It's very, very accessible. And as I was trying to talk, I didn't realize at first, but as I was talking, every now and again, especially when I was in mid-flow, I had one of these people, just do something really random. At first it felt like when you're using an old radio and you're turning in between, changing in between the channels, you kind of get that crackling sound. It was a bit like that. And then let's just say there were sounds that normally one hears in certain bedrooms. And then I thought, okay, this is bad. I think I went bright red in front of everyone else that was there. When I say everyone else, the other 2 participants that were generally there. And I thought, this is going really, really bad. It took me about 10 minutes to try to basically kick them out, because every time I tried to kick them out, they kept on coming back because they had the link. And it was just really, really bad. I felt like I wanted to hide into a small little space. Oh my God, I felt like I just wanted to die. Anyway, luckily for me, the other 2 participants, they were generally there to talk about knitting, and it was the best thing ever. I felt finally I can speak to people about something that I'm generally interested in. And we actually started to have, after the nuisance people had disappeared, we started to have a really, really good conversation. And then suddenly, maybe about after 20 minutes, my Zoom meeting suddenly ended because I had to upgrade my Zoom account. And I just thought, do you know what? This is literally just the icing on the cake. I felt like at that point, I thought nothing else could go wrong. Everything that was supposed to go wrong has gone wrong already. I have failed. I have just embarrassed myself. I thought this is never ever going to work. I thought, what am I doing? So after a few moments, I thought maybe I could go back into my Zoom meeting. But after that point, the other 2 participants had just gone. So I called it quits. After the meeting yesterday, I decided this was not for me. And then I thought, you know what? No, I generally want to create this online community. I really feel like there's a gap there where people are trying to connect with other people. And because the knitting community is so international, I think there's a genuine space and need for online knitting communities. It doesn't replace at all the need to speak to people in person, of course, but for those people that generally can't on a regular basis speak to people in person, I think there's a genuine need to have a real solid sense of an online community for knitting. So this morning I woke up and I was quite pleasantly surprised to see that the 2 participants that were in my session yesterday were happy to have another session next week. Plus someone who had tried to access the session yesterday but couldn't because of a technical issue, tell me about it, wanted to know if I was doing another session next week. So there's a genuine need there, not just from me, but from other people who want to reach out to other knitters online. So I'm going to do another online session next week. It won't be via Zoom, that's for sure. It's not going to be a free online Zoom session. I definitely don't want to charge for it because I think that kind of defeats the whole purpose of having a community if you have to pay for it. I generally want to keep it as accessible as possible for other people. But I'm going to do it via Google Meets. And there's a dog that seems to have come near me. I'm going to do it via Google Meets. And if you are generally interested in coming along to talk about everything to do with knitting, then please feel free to reach out. I probably won't publicize the event as much as I had before, just to ensure that I don't have any random people come to another session, because that was hard to deal with, I have to say, and I don't want another repeat of that. But if you're generally interested and want to come along to a very small but sort of tight, like everyone sort of knows each other type of community, everyone's there just to really sort of enjoy their craft and to learn more about what other people are doing and what's going on in the world of knitting sort of thing, then please feel free to reach out, because I would like to grow this little community of people, but obviously the right people, and the people that generally want to be there to build up connections with other people. If that sounds like your sort of thing, if you're watching this and you would like to come along, then please feel free just to send me a quick message. I'm on Instagram, minamae knits, and I'm also on Ravelry. This is minamae. And I would love to invite you along to my session. I really just wanted to talk about my experience, because this experience from yesterday, it was just something else. I've never had an experience like it before, and it's definitely a story that I wanted to share with everyone else. So yeah, I'm glad I got that off my chest now. So it's a bit of a rainy day today, and I don't know if you can see in the background, the clouds are starting to build. So I think I'm going to head back home now. But thank you very, very much for watching this short little video. I will be back with some more knitting content in an upcoming video. I'm just about to finish one of my first ever designs, which I'm very, very excited about, and I will share more in an upcoming video. So thank you so much for watching. Please feel free to reach out on Instagram or on Ravelry if you would love to join my little online knitting community, and I will see you again soon. Thanks. Bye.